Good morning, students. Am I audible to you?
Good morning, sir. Yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
Thank you. Whether the screen is visible to you people?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then shall we begin with the class?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, in the previous class, we people have dealt with your part one of module 5. Okay. Few of the concepts related to a sales manager and then, salesperson, what we people are going to discuss today. Okay. Regarding sales manager, yesterday, 27th, it seems, right? So, day before yesterday, we people have already started with this module 5. Okay, today we people are going to begin with part 2 of your module 5. Okay, so let us brush it up what we people have discussed into your previous class, right? So we people have discussed on the roles of a sales manager, especially when he prepares a sales program, what exactly he has to have, like management of sales force, then maintaining the relationship with the internal stakeholders as well as the external stakeholders, then also with the marketing decisions, okay, related to sales and supporting the sales activities. Okay, then in elaborately we people have dealt with that. The Salesforce management is responsible for identifying the sources, then recruiting sales personnel, providing them a training, okay, and helping them to increase their performance. So when it comes to maintaining the relationship, it is the duty or role a sales manager plays in maintaining the relationship with internal and as well as external people related to the sales department. Also, he should be having a good relationship with some other organizations, okay, outside his own organization, other organization, competing organization maybe, or any supporting organizations who will be helping them in operating, okay, or operations of the organizations, right? Maybe a supplier organizations, okay, or maybe a intermediaries organizations, like that. Then some roles of sales manager which we people have discussed, like where he will be occupying a functional level position, or we say it as a middle level position, where his position or he is also influenced by both the people who will be working below him and also from the top level. Along with that, where he has to keep a relationship with the external people, as I told you, outside the organization, even they will be also influencing his work or job. So the roles, like forecasting of the sales, he should be acting like a forecaster. He should be acting like a strategic planner. He should be a good observer about changing behavior of the customers and existing customers, as well as maybe a prospective customers to whom he will be approaching to make them a customer of the organization. And he should be a role model to his own salespeople. That he should be acting like a reference person to them for their job or any activities which is going to be done by any sales person, okay, or person. So this sales manager should act like a standard to them, where they can learn from him and follow him or admire him for that. He should be a good analytic when it comes to the cost which is going to be incurred in reaching or maintaining the segment, okay, as well as he should be analyzing the profits, how much it can be earned, okay, from particular segments. That much of intelligence he should have. Then we people have gone with some functions of sales manager, where he will be acting like a HR person also, where he knows from which sources that these candidates can be identified, okay, for hiring them for the said job in the organization. Okay, he will be like a hiring person. He will be taking care of training programs, the newly who have joined the organizations, okay, for them identifying their skill gaps and knowledge gap, and filling those gaps requires a training, and he should understand both what level of training has to be given, on what aspects the training has to be conducted. So it's a duty of him. I should be like a trainer. Then he will be an exhibiting, like he should be acting like a measurement tool, okay, where he measures and gives the results of the training. And he should be like a coach, right, where he has to observe correcting the mistakes done by the salespeople, right, any problems which salespeople are identifying with respect to any sort of maybe any sort of customers, or maybe with any of the segments, okay, or dealers. So he should be helping them in giving them a solution and follow up and find some good remedial measures. He should be like a motivator to their salespeople. Fine. All the time he should keep the interest of the salespeople in selling activities, because selling is not so easy, where a lot of energy has to be sustained, okay, throughout the process. Fine. And a lot of intelligence should be required, interest should be there, okay, confidence is very important when it comes to sales, that in one or the other way at any moment the sale can happen. So that type of attitude or mindset has to be developed among the salespeople. So he should be a responsible person as a sales manager, who will be keeping the interest and motivated the salespeople towards the sales and the related targets which are going to be given to them. Then setting the targets and tracking the results. So he should analyze the segments or territories which may have some potential sales which can be generated. So it requires a lot of effort and also experience in analyzing those target territories, and making the people to achieve what level of quotas can be set for that. So it's like that. And then we have like additional targets for prospecting efforts, not only just maintaining the present customers. Along with that, he is also responsible for making salespeople to identify that what new, what new, like identifying the prospective customers in those areas and making them to be a full-time customers, loyal customers to the organization. He's also have certain functions like when he sets the targets or quotas, it should be achievable. In reality, it should be achieved in such a way. Those people have to set a targets, okay, no realistic targets, what we say. So in reality, they can be achieved, then only they can be set as a targets. So recognizing the salespeople, their achievements, rewarding their performance. Okay, so he has to make a performance appraisal of the salespeople. Okay, on the basis of the targets which has been given to them. Okay, and it's also important that how best a sales manager will be recognizing their work. Okay, okay, and on the basis of rewarding their performance. Fine. So next we have like providing leads and support, sales support. Here, sales manager has to identify the uh, say prospective customers who may be residing, and which is not so easy for any of the sales people to identify them. So his backend job can be done, where he will be supporting a salespeople to identify and locate the prospective customers in their territories, and helping them in reaching them by getting them appointments. Okay, and then continuous development of new business. Okay, which will be leading to make the sales task easier for these teams. And also certain functions like organizing the sales efforts, helping them to plan for the calls, making the process very systematic one. Okay, and helping them in preparing the expenses reports. Okay, bringing down the expenses from the side of salespeople when they spend on reaching the customers. Okay, then conducting sales meetings periodically whenever it is required, in these meetings. His major function is to motivate them, boost the morale of the salespeople, okay, and help them in, and that is a better moment where people can, as a sales manager, people can identify, recognize the people for their achievements, okay, and also helping them. Then we have organizing guest lectures, like motivational speech can be given to them. Some motivational programs can be conducted by calling some experts from the different fields, okay, and helping the sales team as well as in himself also to keep in constant effort in achieving the sales targets. Then allocation of the scarce resources. So he should be a resource provider, because no resource is provided to the salespeople. You people cannot expect the sales from those people because of resource if they are not there with them. So making their sales activity a very effective one is a questionable. Okay. So this was all about what we people have discussed in your previous class. Okay. Fine. Am I audible to you? Am I
Yes,
audible?
sir.
Okay. So this was all about your previous class, what we people have discussed, and I try to brush it up for the people who were, who missed the class, the previous class, right? So today, in this class, we people are going to begin with you know part 2 of your module 5 of sales management, right, which we people are going to begin with role of a sales executive or a salesperson. Now whatever we people have discussed in the previous class or slides were on purely on the role which is to be played by a sales manager. Now we have role of a sales executive, right? Here, when we talk about a sales executive and his roles, he says that he should play like a role like a persuader. Now, if you just recall your basics of marketing, where we people used to have like PLC, okay, product life cycle, where in initial or say introduction stage, where when we see the objective of the marketing was to increase the awareness among the customers. So the major thing is that reaching more and more customers with an information regarding the product. So this is what marketing people will do it, okay, from the side of marketing department. It is going to be done in the market. So now every customers into the market know about the product if that is confirmed, okay, by the research. And later what happens is like these sales executives will be given certain targets, and they make them to reach certain markets, okay, or segments which has created a a mess about the product, right? The knowledge about the product which has been already gained by that segment. So next duty is that the customer, if he knows about the product, how best you people are going to persuade the customers to buy the product. So the customer has to take an action, okay, towards purchase of the product. So that is one major role that any sales executive will be playing in persuading them to buy the product. So somehow a sales executive may meet them face to face or using certain technology. The interaction happens between the sales executive and the customers, prospective customers or maybe present customers for the repeat purchase, right? So here he has to act like a persuader. He has to provoke the customers. Somehow the customers has to buy the product of the company, right? So he should take the advantage of the company's marketing effort in creating awareness about the product. So he has to persuade them for the next level to take an action to buy the product. So next he should be like a service provider, and that when if we see like the sale personal selling process, what we people have done once the sale is closed, okay, once the deal is over, later whether the product has reached the customers properly or not, only if there is a installation, whether installation is happened or not, okay, the any sort of executive has to look into that, whether the material has been delivered or not after taking an order from the customers, and see to it that the order which has been delivered, if it requires an installation from the side of organization, whether the installation has happened or not has to be get confirmed. and any demo has to be shown. If there's a technical complexity, maybe in usage of the product. So how best you people can teach the person who is responsible for teaching, like a sales executive, in teaching the customers how to use it. Okay, these all many things are also required after conducting a selling process and closing the deal. So he should act like a service provider also. And after the sales, he should be continuously visiting the customer, okay, for understanding, okay, and helping him to know about functionality of the product, whether it is meeting the requirement as what it was promised by the company side. Fine. So, and as well as the reference can also be generated, right? When we go for a service, satisfied customer will be giving a lot of references of different customers, where it will be automatically free of cost, where you people can get a lead which are going to be generated by the customers itself for your future sales. Then we have an information gatherer and reporter. Okay, he will be acting like even not just like a sales executive, he'll be acting like even a researcher also in the area where he's operating. So if he is responsible for certain territory or a segment, and those territory or segment will get some information to him, because he works very close with the customers, close with the dealers. Okay, so he will be having some fruitful information which can be generated due to the interaction what he does with the customers and the dealers. Okay, or you take any intermediaries from the dealers or wholesalers, you take from the at the end of customer also. So he is also responsible. He has to play like a researcher role. He has to gather the information and report the same thing to the decision makers into the organization. Maybe immediate boss, he is going to report. The same boss is going to send it to the top management in the form of some sort of report about that territory or a segment. So that information which is going to be provided or furnished to the top management by the sales executives, that makes the top management to take certain decisions, which will be adding to the decisions, whatever decisions they take regarding the sales and marketing activities. He should be a supporter. Both the side, if you see, he should support top manage. I mean, the immediate bosses in achieving the targets, whatever has been set by the top management. Okay. Also, he will be supporting the dealers or distributors who are responsible for taking companies' products to the customers. Sometimes, if he is into the channels management, he should be supporter for the customers also, as and when there is a query or say difficulty for customers after the sales. Okay, with respect to any product and performance of the product or services, he should go and give it. He should support the customers also to retain the product properly for longer time. Next, we have something. He's a traveler, because when we say like they make a calls to the customers, they take a lot of appointments, because any sales executive cannot find all the customers residing in a single place. So there will be a scatter of the um, customers around the segment. So he should be a traveler. He will be traveling from one place to other place to meet a potential customers or existing customers to develop a business, right? To get some good orders or sales for the organization. Then we have next like a coordinator and a scheduler. So he should know better. Like he should be like a planner, where he plans properly his work, okay, and how best he can coordinate with the other people department. Like maybe he may have a say a coordination with the inventory manager or any executive who takes care of finished goods inventory and responsible for supplying those inventory to the end customer. So he should have a coordination with them, and he should be a scheduler. Okay, how best he utilizes the given time in a day to him in reaching the customers and making the sales activity more productive enough, right? Okay. So we have next problem definer. So he should be, as I told you, if the third point, if you see information gatherer and reporter, okay, he once he's gathering the information, he precises in a such a way that what exactly the core part of that information is, the meaning of that information. Okay, in the form of say the problem which is going to be happening or it has happened in the market or the segment into which he is responsible for handling it. So he will be communicating the same thing to the top management. He will be defining the problem, what is exactly with the customer or maybe with the customer, with the dealers or the intermediaries, right? To the top management for their references. Then we have next, like, a display arranger for wholesale and retailers. Even some sales executives are given a responsibility not just to take an order from any of the intermediaries. Okay, they should be knowing that, even how best or say responsibility that sales executives will be having. He will be arranging the products properly in the rack, the space which is there available and given for these specific organizations to display their products in the wholesalers area or maybe in the retailers area. So they should utilize it properly. They should help okay, the retailer and wholesaler in arranging those products properly in the stores. Okay, these are certain roles we have. Any doubts that you people have in this? Any doubts?
No, sir.
So we have next, like functions of a sales executive or a salesperson. It comes like, sales executive, sales representative, a salesperson. There are slight differences, no doubt, but for you people, for in references to understand in general, these are few functions, okay, which are going to be carried out by sales, executive or a person. So we have the first one. His main function is to identify a potential customers. Okay, where he is given certain segments or territories. Okay, and also it says from currently available database like Yellow Pages and any other directories which will be giving them some sort of information. Okay, and the locality of the customers, potential customers who may be residing in his own segments or territories which is responsible for handling. So he has to, the major function is that serving present customers is at one side, but the thing is, if they want to develop a business to increase the share of the market, for the organization, specific organization, those sales executives of those organizations can be even contributing into developing a business in the area, getting more and more accounts attached to the organization. The next we have second, like identifying prospective accounts and deciding upon the priority and frequency of making the calls. It's not just a function that they are going to identify the potential customers. Okay, they have to identify among those potential customers who can be a prospective customers for them. Okay, where they get a confidence that these customers can be these potential customers can be like or say sorry the prospective accounts can be customers for their organization in the future if they invest their time, okay, little money in reaching those customers and having a face-to-face contact with them, communication with them. And if they see that there is a possibility that these prospective people can become customers of the organization, they have to have a priority among them, who may be the first and who may be the second or last. Go on giving the priority on the basis of the interest which is going to be shown by these prospective customers towards the product and services which are going to be offered by organization. Okay, and also the frequency of making a call, how often that those customers should be called for getting an appointment for a sales presentation. So the sales executive function is that all the time those people have to call them frequently, whenever the appointment even for the call is also fixed. Sometimes customers say that I'm not free, you can call us a certain time. Even for calling also people have to put you have to get some appointment. Okay, now deciding upon the selling approach. Now the one more function of these people is like they have to decide what can be the best approach, okay, to reach a customer, because each customers will differ in their requirement. They differ in their expectations towards the sales presentation. So it is very much important for any sales executives to know the behavior of those prospective customers, where they can have certain idea to make them a customer on the basis of the approach those people have towards them. Okay, so the presentation should be prepared in a such a way that that has to suit to the customer, and customer has to find more comfortable in listening to the sales executive. So even that is also one more function that he has to have all the time. Selling approach specifically prepared and set for the specific customers. Then administering the sales orders, like delivery in time, as I told you in a previous class, where he has to see to it that whichever the say whichever orders are taken from customers, those has to be delivered in time, in a right condition to them, and the sales executives has to see to it that whether those are delivered in time or not in a proper condition. So he has to administer all the time till the product reaches the customers. Then we have like service provider, as in too much we have discussed in the last slide, where he should be acting like a service provider to see that any installation requirements are there from the organization side. They have to go. They have to install the product in the customers area, and help them in utilize. I mean using it. So you can as a sales executive, you people can help them in installation as well as a demo, where the physical demo can be shown to them that how it has to be used. So all the specifications or technical specifications related to the product for using it has to be guided to the you know um, customers, those who have purchased it. As well as warranty problems, as I told you, continuously you have to be in touch with those current customers who will be helping you people for giving certain references, leads. Okay, maybe for the same type product may be required by their any of the family members, or maybe some reference to those groups which the current customers are belonging. Okay, so warranty problems has to be taken care, guarantee problems, warranty problems. Okay, any replacement has to be done for a specific time, within a specific time if something goes wrong with the product. Then information gathering and reporting relevant data. As I told you, one more function is that he has to collect information from the territory into which he's operating. Okay, and the segments or the customers, anything which is information which is very much related to the organization, and also the people into the organization who are responsible for taking the decisions with respect to the sales activities. Okay, then we have next skills upgradation by attending sales training and trade shows. So this is like not like once a salesperson gets an experience, that is an ultimate one and can be utilized and retained with him for a longer time. No, there are things like certain skills which are required at a present. They acquire it after a certain period of time, they become obsolete. Because customers need change, or maybe a consumerism, where customers becomes more knowledge about the products and services, and if they are too intelligent enough in understanding the present products and services offered into the market or into the similar categories, where it becomes difficult for any of the sales executives in reaching with the newer and newer approaches. So it is very important that the skills has to be upgraded among the salespeople as and when it is required. Okay, to suit to the present needs of the selling executives. Along with that, they have to attend different training programs. Then only people can expect those training programs will be helping the skills to get upgraded among the salespeople. Okay, and attending the trade shows, which will give them an idea about what newer trends are going on into the market and related industry, how they are getting developed and supporting the organizations. Right? So next we have like administrative responsibilities like attending sales meetings and conferences, filling in call and expense reports. Even apart from all these things, sales executives are also responsible in where they can attend the conferences, right? As we told, like, meeting has to be attended to know what changes are happening into the market, which has been told by the sales, manager for them in the meeting, what the research those people have done into certain specific markets. Okay. Any doubts? Am I audible to you people?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We have some different types of sales managers here. Okay. We start with one first, administrative sales manager. This is usually found into a very bigger organizations. Okay, where the organizations has multiple lines of products with them, right? Too much of products, different lines they have, different categories into which those people are operating. If you take a single line also, there are more number of variants into those lines, which is very difficult for managing. Okay, but still, when it comes to this administrative sales manager, they're usually appointed for such type of situations which are prevailing into the organization. Okay, normally you can found this type of administrative sales manager in highly integrated sales organizations, which will be possessing, as told, more, multiple lines of products, which they will be operating into the local market, national market, as well as those people will be also exporting and having the selling activities into some international market or overseas market, what we say. Fine. So he is also known as alternative titles, such as we can call them as vice presidents of sales and marketing, or maybe in charge of sales. You can call them as a director of marketing, general sales manager, or even sometimes we call them as a marketing manager. There are different names which will be given, but the major concept remains the same, that where huge organizations with more number of multiple you know lines of products, which are those people are going to which are going to be sold into the local market as well as the, say, international markets, right? Next we have like field sales manager. Now these field sales manager, also we can call these people as operating sales manager. Okay, where in a line sales executives reporting directly to the administrative sales manager. Now these field sales manager are fall into a line type of organization, where they will be directly reporting to the administrative sales manager. So these people are very responsible, and also these people will be taking guidance from those people, the top executive, like what we have, administrative sales manager. So as I told you, these people also called as operating sales manager, and these people have to directly report to the administrative sales manager. So these type of operative sales managers work under the direction, guidance, and also supervision of the general sales manager, or we say it as administrative sales manager. So they act according to the direction given by the administrative sales manager. They rely on the guidance of them. Also, the more the supervision will be done by those administrative sales manager, okay, towards the work which is going to be done by field sales managers. Now he is mainly responsible for the effective implementation of sales plans. Okay, the policies developed by the administrative sales manager. Here, remember, these people will be always looking into implementation part. So they don't much involve into or indulge into planning of the sales activities. So whatever the sales activities or goals, objectives being set by, say, administrative sales manager, those will be just implemented by these field sales managers. We have like administrative come field sales manager. Especially we use this into very smaller organizations, the organization which doesn't have much resources with them. Okay, or maybe the market is very small, which into which those people are operating. The capacity of the organization may not be such bigger to operate internationally. So maybe a smaller organizations will be using this type of administrative come field sales manager, where both the type of positions will be held by only one person. So we come across such a sales manager who will be combining the functions of administrative as well as executive sales officer. So generally speaking, Now, administration and field operations cannot go together. But however, due to the size what any organization will be having, okay, the size of operations what those people have into certain specific market, where both the activity like planning and implementing can be done by a single person. So he will be acting like he will be called as administrative come field sales manager. So however, size and economic points force many units to combine the distinct role of administration and field operations into the one person. Okay, as I told you regarding the resources, if resources are not plenty, what we say it as economic point. Fine. Any doubts? Okay. Next we have something like fourth one, the assistant sales manager. Especially this person will never fall into a line type of he won't come under line. Now he will be assisting the administrative sales manager. So ultimately he will be looking after, you say like he also personal assistant who will be looking into whatever the plans say, whatever policies which has been developed by the administrative manager, whether that those are implemented by the field operations or not, these will be looked by him. So he will be assisting the administrative sales manager, okay, where his role is like administrative functions, whatever has been done by administrative sales manager, he will be assisting in planning, okay, analyzing or analysis, direction and coordination. Whatever the main job administrative sales manager do, okay, in those type of tasks, these people will be helping them or assisting them to taking them into the field, okay, for the implementation. Now he coordinates the work of sales staff that is specialized in advertising, sales promotion, research, okay, merchandising, and also dealer relationships. There may be other people also who will be working below assistant sales manager, right? Sorry, the administrative sales manager. This assistant of the that's say administrative sales manager will be taking care of even other people who are going to report directly to the administrative sales manager. So even their work will be also observed by this assistant sales manager. So he may also handle sales office personnel records and routines, whatever is being which we people are going to see into the field sales managers. So he acts as a link between the headquarters and the field sales manager at a distance. So he will be one point of contact for any issues for into any field which is going to be raised by a field sales manager. Okay, the fifth one we have product line sales manager. Now here we can call him as even a product manager, as well as also we people can call them as a brand managers, where company are now so keenly observing that managing each brand of the company is very important aspect. So one person will not be looking all the product lines or say brands which has been offered by the company to the market. So here what happens is each product or brand will be having its own manager, sales manager, who is responsible for whole and soul of the brand. See, from the promoting of the product and earning the profits, okay, developing a brand equity, okay, for that equity for that particular brand. A to Z is a responsibility of that sales, the brand manager or the product manager. So a company that makes a variety of products such as product line sales manager are responsible for one, or say it may be one product or maybe a group of related products where they fall into a same line, and he is also responsible for taking care of that product as well as maybe a group of products into that particular line similarity, right? So he is responsible not only for okay, now he is also known as I said people, product or say a brand manager. Now he is responsible not only for sales, but also for production of that product, look into the production activities of that product, the research related to that particular brand or product in the market, to understand the position of the brand in the market and how it has been launched. So what new things can be brought to make the brand or product successful into the market. Now even he has to take care of that. He is also responsible for even a research for collecting the information on related matters of the product. Then we have product development. So whatever the product or brand which has been given to him to handle, even he can also look into the development of the product, that new versions can be brought, what changes can be brought into the product to make it more promising and challenging for competitors not to imitate it, right? So compete in the market, so they should have some unique product with them. So development of product is also must. Then we have planning. He has to plan about the launch of the product. Any related task about the product, launching it, promoting it, selling it, okay, nurturing the product. So all for that, he should plan properly. Then advertising of the product or brand, and also he is responsible for that profit for the product or the group of products which he is going to manage in that particular company. So he is to report to the marketing manager who coordinates the work of several product sales managers. So here, these people will be directly reporting to the sales manager. Right? Then we have the sixth one, like marketing staff manager. As the title suggests, that the marketing staff manager he will never come under line officer. He is one of the staff who is very much specialized in delegating some of the responsibilities of say administrative sales manager. So here these are the specialists in the area of marketing research. Okay. Some of the responsibilities which is going to be delegated by the administrative sales manager will be looked after by these marketing staff managers, who will be responsible for conducting a research, okay, for the product and the organization related matters, okay. And he is also responsible for sales promotion activities which he has to take care about each product or brands. Then merchandising, okay, where what level of combination of the product which has to be sold in specific market will be decided, okay. Then advertising of the products and services offered by the organization into the specific field and how it has to be advertised, what concepts has to be brought, fine. So content of that message, everything will be decided by them. Then sales planning, okay, supporting them, and also sales personnel, distributor dealers, managing them, and also having good relationship with them. Then also to find the sales cost related to the expenses which is going to be borne by the sales people and the task sales force, okay, in reaching the product or operating into certain segments of the markets. Then budget, sales finance, then traffic, and sales office, administration, and also service, and the different types. So there are many people who will be working, and he has to sit into such type of work. So these staff managers, being non-line officers who will never work into the field. So these people will sit and they work more on the strategic aspect, and implementation will be taken care by somebody else who will be working into the field. Fine. Okay. Okay, next we have the seventh one, where a divisional, or also we say it as regional sales manager. Fine. Okay, in all the national organizations, one comes across a divisional, because this we people do on the basis of the territories which is going to be assigned to certain sales managers. Okay, those sales managers are called as regional sales manager or divisional sales manager, where they will be looking after into certain territory and related sales activities of that particular territory. So any duties or operations to perform with respect to sales activities in those territories, these people are going to be responsible. So these are also known as district sales managers, who are responsible for the dedicated sales, operational duties on a territorial basis. Okay, so we'll stop here today. Fine. There's few more things, because there are many more things. Just maybe three. We will be discussing them into your next class. Fine. Any doubts that you people have?